Hi everyone! This video is going to be a review of the Mineral Fusion Cosmetics that I was given by a representative of the company. I was given the powder foundation, blush, bronzer, lip gloss, and one of the mascaras. So I've been using all of them quite frequently. I'd say with the exception of the bronzer, I wanted to wait until we got a little bit more into summer because I am so fair. You know, you try to pack on the bronzer when skin's extremely pale and it looks kind of awkward. But the first thing I want to talk about is the packaging for all of the products. They have this really pretty bronzy copper tone to them, and I think this makes them stand out. I don't really see anything else on the market like this. Everyone's using black or clear. So this, I think, definitely sets them apart. The first product I'm going to show you is the pressed base, and this is in the shade Neutral 2. As you can see, I've been wearing it quite a lot, and all the products that I'm going to be speaking about I am wearing right now. So this is the base, the powder foundation. It's I would say like a light to medium coverage. It doesn't really cover all imperfections. You know, you still need to use concealer underneath it. I do really like that it is a matte finish, that you don't have any kind of shine, and then there's no, obviously where there's blush, there's not really any light reflecting off of my face, which is very helpful in summertime because, you know, you're going to get oily and everything anyways, so any way to kind of get away from that extra shine is good. This says it's a 60-day supply, and I would say that it's more than that. I got these products in March, and I've been using the powder nearly every day. I've kind of been swapping with a different powder foundation. I haven't been using liquid at all recently, but this product I really like because it's a lighter coverage. It doesn't feel heavy or cakey like the other powder foundation that I had been using, but it does still really even out your skin tone. As you can see, I mean, I have the concealer on underneath and still natural looking, which is not something that every powder foundation does for you. Sometimes they do look cakey and they do look kind of heavy, especially in the summertime. You don't want anything that's really heavy on your skin because it'll just, you know, melt off with the heat. And this is lightweight enough so that it doesn't do that. And the shade I have in this, by the way, is Neutral 2. It's not the lightest shade. It's actually a little bit warmer, so that it can just warm up my skin a little bit. Okay, next is the bronzer, and this is in the shade Sparkle. I wouldn't necessarily have named this Sparkle just because I don't think it has a lot of luminosity to it. It's not matte, but I definitely say it's more of like a satiny kind of finish. My favorite thing about this is that it's not so extremely pigmented that it's going to look like orange, you know, streaks on your cheeks. You can just kind of put it on and then blend it out a little bit and it already looks natural. It's not like this very densely pigmented product that you have to blend and blend and blend. So what I did today is I just used like a bronzer brush and I kind of, you know, contoured in this area, and then I took it up here, took it down here, put a little bit more on my chin, and then down the sides of my nose. So I'm definitely trying to work with contouring on my nose. It's not like I hate my face or anything, hate my nose, but just playing around and seeing maybe I can, you know, in pictures make it look a little bit smaller. The blush that I have is in the shade Coral Reef, and this is definitely one of my favorite colors for summertime. It looks extremely light. I'm trying to get the best angle on this, but it's actually more of a peachy kind of shade. Yeah, I'm sad that the light isn't really capturing how pretty it is, but it is very natural, very good for spring, summertime because it's not going to be really harsh, it's not excessively bright. It is a matte blush, and I'm not really sure if this is the size. This is 3 grams. I'm not sure if this is full size because these products were given to me, but I'm going to try to put that information in the sidebar or maybe add a little comment to say if this is a full size. This is such a great versatile color, and I would definitely purchase it again if and when I run out. But you honestly have to use so little product. I just, you know, tap my brush in a tiny bit, swirl on the blush, and do the same thing on the other side. And yeah, I've used this, I don't know, probably about 40-50 times, and you know, you can barely see any kind of indentation or wear marks. Okay, next is the mascara, and I have the lengthening version in Graphite. I would honestly say this is more of a volumizing mascara than a lengthening mascara, so I'm not wearing any eyeliner today. And I did, I believe, 3 coats of the mascara. I have been using this since March, and I can honestly say that like it has not dried out. It's still very juicy and wet. I don't really know any other terms for that, but I don't like to use the M word, moist, because a lot of people hate hearing that word. But anyways, it still seems kind of fresh, and it doesn't really clump. I did 3 coats. You can definitely only do 1 or 2 coats if you want a more natural look. Since I wasn't wearing eyeliner, I kind of needed a little bit something to, you know, bring out my eyes, so I did 3 coats. This doesn't even clump when you use like 3 or 4 coats, but definitely gives you volume, darkening, lengthening. It's kind of an all-around great mascara, and you are supposed to throw them away after about 2 or 3 months. So I've had this since March, April, May, June, July. Yeah, this probably needs to get tossed pretty soon, but I really like it, and I love the wand. I think it's very easy to work with, and just the brush is really great. The last item that I have to talk about is the lip gloss, and this is in the shade Dazzle. This is a very pretty peachy shade. I was going to say peachy pink, but it's definitely more on the peachy side. And I am wearing this right now. Freshen up for you. This lip gloss does not have any fragrance to it that I can smell, which I don't mind either way if, you know, a product has fragrance or not. I know some people are very sensitive to fragrances, so that this might be kind of like a selling point, that it's not heavily fragranced, or I guess flavored. Some of them even are, like you can taste whatever the flavor is supposed to be. This is a very pretty color. As you can see, very neutral and wearable. This would pretty much be like a year-round color, I think, but especially pretty in spring and summertime. The only problem I would have with this is you get 0.135 fluid ounces. It doesn't really seem like a whole lot for, I believe, $14 is what this retails for. So the only reason I wouldn't purchase this again, just because there's a lot of other lip glosses on the market that kind of do, you know, nearly the same thing, but it is a very good quality gloss. I just, I tend to spend more of my money per item on face products versus like eyeshadows and lip glosses and things like that. So overall from this company, the products that I would most recommend you guys trying out or looking into are the powder base, just because it lasts a very long time and it's very lightweight if that's what you guys are looking for. The blush, and this is Coral Reef. If you're more, like, you have darker skin, then this probably won't work as well for you, but if you're more fair or light complected, such as myself, then definitely a good blush to have on hand. And also the mascara. Really like this mascara. If you're looking for something similar, I guess CoverGirl Lash Blast would work pretty much in the same way. This is very comparable to that. I also have that, so I can kind of, you know, trade off and tell you that they work pretty much the same. And this is about $14 as well. But all these products are mineral based. The company is fabulous. They have outstanding customer service. Another thing I will say that's kind of like a downside is the products are very hard to locate. So I believe the only place in my area that sells them, you can either get them online or just, you know, typing Mineral Fusion Cosmetics into your search bar, or Whole Foods. And the nearest Whole Foods to me is like 50 or 60 miles away. So I will definitely be repurchasing the base and the blush when I do run out of the blush, but the base for sure. So I hope this helped you guys like open your eyes to a new company, and thank you for watching. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.